Hi everyone, welcome back to today's video. And in today's video I'm going to clean my fridge. I woke up heading for shopping, but I found some spilt milk in the fridge, so I guess this is my cue to clean the fridge. I'm just going to clean the fridge but not the freezer, and then I'll go for shopping much later. So I'll start by removing everything from the fridge section. For the spilt milk, I'm going to use a kitchen paper towel or a kitchen paper tissue, because you know when you wipe with a cloth, that smell of milk, the cloth remains with a very bad smell. I don't know why when you wipe milk with a cloth, that smell never goes away. So I'm going to use a kitchen paper towel before using a kitchen cloth. I'm going to use a kitchen paper towel as well to wipe off the milk residue of the stuff that is in the fridge before I use a kitchen cloth. The next thing I'm going to use is an old mop to wipe off the milk off the floor, just to avoid the smell on our usual mop that we use to mop the house. So this is an old mop, but I'm going to rinse it later. The next thing now is to clean the fridge, and I'm going to use a kitchen cloth that was already soaked into some water with some cleaning detergent and some vinegar. I wanted to spray some vinegar in the fridge and leave it to rest for some minutes, but I realized my spray bottle is not working. I used some oil in the spray bottle. I guess that's why it's not working. Maybe it's blocked. So I had to soak this kitchen cloth in a basin that had some water, some vinegar, and some cleaning detergent. To clean the fridge, I'm using a microfiber cloth. The vinegar leaves your fridge smelling so fresh and clean. As I wait for the fridge to dry up, I'm going to clean the fridge shelves and all the racks for the fridge. As I wait for the fridge shelves to dry up before returning them to the fridge, I'm going to start by cleaning my pantry. It needs a bit of cleaning and a bit of organization. It's not really that bad. So I'll remove everything from the shelves, clean the shelves up, and then return everything. And when I come back from shopping, I won't have much of organizing to do. I'm just going to add the shopping that I have onto the shelves. I'm going to show you the rice that I use. I love this rice. This rice is so good. I missed it the other time. That's why I had to buy dawat. I don't like dawat. Nowadays, it's so soggy. Yes, I use the Rane Premium Basmati rice. You need to try this rice. It's the best. me show you just the outcome of it after cleaning the pantry. This is how I arranged it. The top part I usually put, oh my goodness, I usually put that hotel and stuff that I don't commonly use. So, and then following is the rice cooker with the serviettes on top, things that I don't commonly use. So I put them out of reach because I don't commonly use them. There's a box of stainless sufurias on top there. I have it's called a what, I'm forgetting, a small, what is it called? I'm forgetting it, that I used to use when I was pumping milk for the baby to store milk. Yeah, some kitchen towels over there, that's where we store them. And then on this shelf, this is where we store our rice, our rice and snacks next to it. I haven't gone shopping, so I'll go shopping soon. So this other shelf, we store things like bar soap, matchbox, and scouring pads for the utensils. And then down here we have our spaghetti, our cereals. I need to add Choco Pops there and some Weetabix. Next to it we have these organizing containers that I usually store. One has some salt, tea leaves that are not opened, some icing sugar because sometimes I bake, some opened, this is popcorn, sometimes we cook popcorn. So the other organizing basket has some cereals, some spices and some cocoa powder. And then this small blue band was an offer that was on top of blue band. Yep, so this other container also has peanut butter, honey, this is, let me remember, vanilla essence for baking, a little bit of spices that don't that the space is not that don't have space in the other basket, some honey, some tomato sauce. Here we store our margarine, our cocoa powder, our peanut butter. Yeah, so, and down there we have our non-opened sugar. That's where we store sugar that is not opened at the end, at the back. And then the container that follows is for wheat flour, then this is for maize flour, and then this small container I usually store yeast that is opened, some Rakozy cubes that are also opened, yeah, just for organization purposes. So this area down here, this is where we store our milk. I found some milk, let me show you. There's some milk here, but it's like it has leaked. I need to wash all this, so I'll arrange that in this box once I'm done cleaning them. And then next here I have a storage area for the baby's fruits. We have a purple here, some avocado that I got from Carrefour. Carrefour have very nice offers for avocado. You can imagine that's where is the paper, you can imagine that, I think it's 1 kg or 2 kg. 1 kg goes for around 100 shillings, imagine. I think that's 1 kg. Yeah, this nanasi I also got from them. So on this area I have not cleaned it. My nanny is going to do it because I need to rush somewhere. So it needs a lot of work. On the wall, this gunia needs to be cleaned. The potatoes also need to be cleaned. This area also, we put our cooking oil. I need her to also clean it. Yeah, once I'm just going to wash this milk and then store it back to the box. Then I have this organizer, vegetable and fruit organizer, that I usually store onions at the bottom, followed by tomatoes, followed by fruits, anything that I need, any vegetables that I need to store here. It's broken, and in an bowl I need to find another one and replace it. I think I'll find one that is not circular, maybe rectangular. Yeah, I think rectangular would fit perfectly. Yeah, so that's it for the pantry organization. I'm just going to wash the milk and store it, dry it and store it. I mean the packets of milk, not the milk itself. this milk, it's leaking. The box is wet at the bottom, so it means there's some milk that is leaking, and this milk feels less, so I don't know if it's the one leaking, but I'll find out once I wash them. But first, since all the fridge shelves are dry, I'm going to return them into the fridge and return all the food stuff into the fridge. This is how clean the fridge now is. I love how clean it is. We have so much leftovers for the week that we need to finish up. Mostly over the weekends we don't cook much. We just eat the leftovers just to clear the fridge so the food doesn't cross over to the following week. So all these dishes, and someone saved me from the shackles of ice cream dishes. So all these dishes are leftover foods that we're going to finish up over the weekend. And then this shelf over here is where I store the baby's food. Sometimes I do batch cooking for him, so that's where I store his food. Yeah, and my freezer is packed completely. I feel like it's too small because there are cereals that I haven't yet boiled, and I have to wait for us to eat some of what is in the freezer for me to boil the rest. So I feel like I need a bigger fridge, because even during the week, this area over here is sometimes so full that we don't have enough storage space for leftover food or other things. Even this, it's only that I've not gone for shopping, which I'm going to do tomorrow, and when I do, I don't know how all the things are going to fit here. You see how packed it is. So today lazima tukule nyama tu tupunguze space ndio tupate space ya kitu ingine. In the morning we cooked bacon. This is the remainder of it. Squeeze mahali hapo. So yeah, I don't know if to buy a bigger fridge or a freezer instead, but I feel like I need a bigger fridge that can convert the fridge that you can convert into a freezer or into a fridge as well. Yeah, so into a refrigerator instead of a freezer, or the refrigerator into a freezer. Yeah, I think that's what I need. I'd already wiped on top of the fridge before I started wiping inside the fridge. So that's it for fridge cleaning today. Now let's wash the milk and return it to the pantry. That's it for today's video. Thank you guys for watching and see you again in our next one.